Alright, what's going on, y'all? We got another video. Today is a Sunday Market Talk episode 4. I think it's episode 4. Um, so starting off, last week was a really good week. I was trying something new just as far as my daily watch list. So if you're tapped into the channel all week, you've seen a post as far as the daily watch list. And then I also posted some live trade recordings on there. Um, this week, as far as content, I'm gonna switch it up again this week. For the next few weeks or months or so, I'll be switching around the content just to see, what works and what's better. So I got some content ideas for this week, and we'll go ahead and start it up. Probably Monday, maybe even today. Today is Sunday, but I got an idea for some stuff, so we'll see. But getting into the charts. Oh my God! Hold on, let me get some water. All right, guys, getting into our Q's chart. You can see it's been just a pretty bullish chart. We had this Thursday. We had a wick down, but we bounced off of it, and ever since then we just been going up and going crazy. So going into this week, my watch list isn't too. It's not a difficult watch. Pretty simple actually. Hold on one second. Pretty simple watch list. QQQ, this 670 level will tell me a lot. So let's say going into the week, I'll be paying attention to the 675 level. If we're above 675, we can continue making new highs, which would be taking out these highs right here. Past these highs, we could go see 680. If we reject that and we begin to flush, I'll be looking for us to lose 672 first. After we lose 672, the 670 turns into my pivot. If we lose 670, I think we can go down to like 666. And if we lose that, 664, pretty much all these levels you're seeing on my chart will be my targets and my next pivot points. All the way to this green zone. And if we lose this green zone, so right here, 65250, if we lose 65250, I'll be expecting us to go take out these lows at 642. So going into this week to start, I have no bias because I don't know if we'll gap up or gap down. I don't know where we'll open, and I don't know how Monday will play out. But as you know, after Monday, we'll have some more information on the market. So getting ready for the week, my main watch is this 675 level. Above it, longs. Below it, just either watching the market or shorting. And 670 is kind of my pivot point. So if market's chopping up in this zone right here, if market's just chopping in this zone right here and it's not breaking out or doing anything, I don't really like the chart. So that's pretty simple for QQQ. You can see if we turn on indicators, we're very bullish. We have a fair value gap on the higher time frames around 670. So like I said, that gives me confidence in our 670 level. And that's pretty much it for Qs. Previous day low was at 657. Last week's low is at 642. 200 EMA sitting around 638. So on the 1 hour. So that's it for Qs. Another thing I'll be watching this week is Apple. I would love to see a pullback to 272 for entry for some longs on Apple. If you see my community post the other day, that's pretty much still my trade plan. So I'll leave that up to y'all to do y'all's research on if you want to see my trade plan for Apple. And I think I did it on the pre-market talk. This POTR chart, if we get above 145, this chart can squeeze up to like 153. Basically taking out this order block or retesting this order block. If we get above this order block, we could go see like 160, but 145 looks really good for longs. I traded this last week off this 139, like 139.97 level or something, or 67. I don't know. Traded off of 137.90. Let's see. It's right here actually. Hold on. All right, here we go. 137.90 area. Yeah, and then 138. So these are the trades I took. This first trade, I think I lost on this first trade. Then I came back and traded it again, and I got 2 entries for it. Which one of them did like 80% and another did like 70%. So pretty good trade on POTR last week. So I'll be watching this again to get above this 145. If we can get above 145, I love longs. And then we have Nvidia, which Nvidia, I tried shorting this last week. It went pretty good, except for the fact that I didn't take profits when I should have. I took a few trades on it, profited off of like 1 or 2 trades, and then the third trade, I was looking for the actual break. So I seen like 35%, but I didn't sell out and take profits or take trims because I was holding for the continuation, which we just couldn't get. So going into this week, I'll be looking to see where Nvidia opens. If we can open somewhere where I can get a short, I'll take a short back down to hopefully like this 195, and then I'll probably be getting ready to flip long on this chart. Just depending on how the market opens up, the market moves and reacts. Monday is a no news Monday. Well, we have factory orders at 10, but that's about it on Monday. And then there's a speech at 1. Other than that, it's a no news Monday. So hopefully it's just the market moving to these different magnets. What I mean by that is like, I'm kind of hoping Q sells off and just hits some of these previous day highs, closes last week. You know what I'm saying? Some of these magnets. And that's what I'll be looking for. Last thing I wanted to talk about was gold. I will be paying attention to gold this week. I know gold from its futures chart. I know we have GLD, which I'm trying to line the levels up kind of. I know they're not going to be exactly the same, but I think on the options side, it'll be this 420 level that I'll mainly be paying attention to. But gold on the futures chart, above 46.30, I think we are very bullish. So I'll be watching for gold to stay above 46.30. And if we can, then I think we can get a good push up from gold. You see, we closed above it on the 1-day chart on Friday. So come market open, I'll be looking for maybe like a bounce retest. And if we get above it and hold it, I think this could push up. I think this is let me see. Yeah, around here is a little bit of a trade I did to take out 46.60. So those are my watches for the week. I'll have some more in detailed watch lists throughout the week whenever I can actually see the market moving. But those are just a few of the things I'm looking at. Last week I really wanted to focus on just consistency, showing up consistent to the market, being on a schedule. Executed that very well. So sorry, I'm yawning. I'm very tired. This week I want to focus on just bringing that consistency over, not letting myself slip up because it was a good week, and also working a little more on my patience once again this week. I think patience, the day that I traded POTR, patience kind of killed me. Because first off, I think this level, let's see, what is this? Let's go extended. Alright, so this first level right here was the, I think, 15-minute orb. The day that I traded it. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything. Okay, yeah. So this was the 15-minute orb. And I knew that it was gonna come down to retest it, but I still got a entry way too early, and I went like 20% down in drawdown before it ended up flipping and recovering and going green, which isn't too bad because I was willing to lose that 20%. But if I would have just trusted myself and stayed patient enough to know that it was gonna come down to retest this 15-minute orb level, I would have had the perfect entry, and that would have been an extra, 20, 30, 40% possibly. So want to focus on patience. Want to focus on walking away with profits on this Nvidia. I seen like 40%, and I was sized in a little heavier. Should have at least took some trims and left a runner or two. But that's just what we have to learn over these weeks. So like I said, more content on the way. Got a lot of ideas. Sunday Market Talks are doing pretty good. This was a quick one because the market for me is just There's not much to scout right now, other than, like I said, maybe gold. Gold above 4630 does look really good. I think we can go retest 4700, and if we get above 4700, of course, we got like 4720, then 4750. If we get above 4750, we can get a nice squeeze to almost 4800. So we'll see how the week treats us, and we'll continue going. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and let's make this money.